The treatment would cost over $100,000, and the chances of survival were under 10%. The doctor said it calmly. My family didn't cry. They didn't argue. They just looked at each other, stood up, and walked away. My mother's words were the end of it. Let him go. He's lived enough. We're not throwing money into a black hole. And they left the hospital. They left our life. I was 17 at the time. Broke. Terrified. Furious. But I didn't leave. I emptied my college savings, signed every financial liability form, and took a janitor job at the very same hospital. Because he wasn't just some dying old man. He was my grandfather, Henry Rivers. And I refused to let him die alone. What they never expected was he'd live for 7 more years. And I would become everything they once said I'd never be. He passed at 91. And they came back. Not out of grief, but for the inheritance. I still remember how silent the hallway was that day. I stood there alone, holding his chart and a nearly empty wallet. 7 years earlier, before walking out, my mother had given me one last cold glance. You can stay if you want. But don't come crawling back for anything. A nurse approached. You're Emma, right? The hospital needs someone to sign off on payments. Insurance only covers 30%. I nodded, throat tight. And I signed. Not because I wasn't scared. I was scared. But I couldn't let him wake up in pain, with no one beside him. I handed over every cent of my $11,200 scholarship and summer job savings. Then took a night shift cleaning floors. At night, I sat beside him, holding his hand, listening to the heartbeat monitor. He didn't wake for 3 days. But when he did, he whispered. You stayed. I nodded, tears spilling down my face. Always, Grandpa. We moved into a tiny 2-room apartment across from the hospital. I worked 2 jobs, studied for my GED online, and every night, he taught me how to fix circuit boards, control panels, and coffee machines. Most people throw things away when they break, he said. But if you understand how something works, you can fix it, machines and people. We started fixing appliances for neighbors. No flyers. No ads. Just word of mouth. Emma and the old man, they don't just fix things. They care. Once, while I was replacing a microwave switch, he said. You've got an engineer's brain. I laughed. I'm just a janitor who knows how to not blow up soup. But that compliment, I kept it close, always. Our first project, a simple, affordable fall alert device for the elderly. We called it Safeep. By year 5, we had a company. By year 6, contracts with 3 nursing homes. By year 7, our product had protected over 100,000 seniors. He became our advisor, our role model, and the soul of Safeep. Then, he passed. No machines. No pain. Just a Tuesday morning. Sitting by the window. Book half closed. Tea half full. A peaceful smile. A small funeral. Just like he wanted. And then, I heard the click of high heels. My mom, Linda, Uncle Thomas, and cousin Jason. Acting like they'd never abandoned him. Emma, look at you. All grown up. We're still family. I pointed inside. He's in there. You have 5 minutes. After the service, my mother came up to me. About the will. I'm sure he left something. We should discuss how to divide it. I looked her straight in the eye. You left him to die alone. No calls. No visits. Now you're here for money? She snapped. I was still his daughter. There's no way he cut us out completely. I held up the wooden envelope. You'll find out tomorrow. But Grandpa wasn't as forgiving as I am. The next day, we all gathered in Mr. Bradford's law office. I opened the wooden box. His pocket watch, a USB, and a small note. The video began. Grandpa looked straight into the camera. If you're watching this, I'm not surprised. I, Henry Rivers, leave everything, my estate, Safip shares, copyrights, accounts, to my granddaughter, Emma Rivers. My mother screamed. She manipulated him when he was weakest. Mr. Bradford held up the medical records. Mr. Henry was evaluated 2 weeks before this video. 100% sound of mind. The video continued. They say she lived off me? No. She gave me 7 more years. They gave me silence. She gave me morning light, fresh coffee, and a reason to live. He didn't just write a will. He left a handwritten note for my mother with just 3 words. You abandoned me. She crumpled the paper. But she couldn't tear the truth. As they left, I said one thing behind them. You didn't just lose the money. You lost him. A long time ago. 6 months later, I founded the Rivers Foundation, helping abandoned teens and seniors learn technical skills and feel worthy of love again. We started with 3 laptops, 2 folding tables, and a rented room. The next year, we opened our first center. By year 5, one of our students became a lead developer at Safip. I gave her grandpa's favorite wrench, the one he said. It fixes more than wires. I still live in the old house. Still wind up his pocket watch every morning at 7. Still keep the chair by the window where he used to sit. No mansion. No luxury car. Because now I know. Wealth is the 7 extra years I got with him. It's the people I've helped. The girl I once was, and the woman I became. And someday, when the time is right, I'll pass that watch to someone else. Not because it's worth money, but because it carries everything that matters. And I'll say what he once said to me. You stayed. You built. Now it's yours.